Okay.
Yes, so something I emphasize a lot when I present emotional intelligence coaching, especially trainings or one-to-one coaching as well. I always say this is not a one-size-fits-all typology of coaching. This means, from my point of view, of course, I do have a structure. Of course, I do use a scientific questionnaire, so there is a scientific part. But the most important thing, I think, is observe and listen to the person in front of me in order to tailor, bespoke, customize the typology of coaching. So under this aspect, to what degree do you feel that what we did was specifically around your needs, your situation in the moment, your goals, your ambitions? How did you feel that was around you specifically?
I don't exactly remember the process of our coaching session because it's now 3 years that we are working together. But what I remember is that I remember that we had a session even concerning concerning me as a fitness coach. I remember that. We have discussion even concerning my book. I remember that. We have session, we have discussion, even private discussion. We cannot even we cannot even share in public here. And if I remind those three aspects, I could say it's not something, I never feel that it was something generally that we apply. If there's something generally that we apply, I should say it's the test you make. I think it's the same test for everybody, okay?
There's a
But
questionnaire, yeah.
after the test, I think I'm pretty sure that it's still up. But according to me, especially, I didn't feel like it was something you gain from somebody else to me. I can say the first session, the first at the beginning of our change, when we met things like goal model, or I don't remember exactly. It was something, I think it could be general, okay? But as we progressing and as most as you discover my weaknesses, the session were more tailored to my needs, especially what I say, like the way I am too perfect and I put pressure of myself on, and the way I was talking about the way I'm over distracted, I'm not very concentrated. And I could say that as a coach, at the beginning, you cannot even know what are my needs. It's not possible to look what are my needs. And it was also my responsibility as a coachee to tell you where at the area I already need your help. And I think it's what we often do. And I remember I told you that the area I need your help was, maybe I remember, to bring the message for my for my community, and you had a session concerning it. Okay, if somebody look at it, it will look like it's not an emotional session, but if you know how much I'm involved in my community and in my business, it was an emotional session, because at the end, not having a message for my community was something which is very which is very upsetting for myself. Then working with having a coach which is interesting about me and about why I do what I do is something very, very important. Okay, because I'm not flattering you, but I could say you go among the coaching.
Okay.
You really try to support.
I'm grateful for this comment because it's something I personally commit to do. Like being a humanist, I really try to tailor what we do around the person. Of course, what you do is important because whatever you do or we do, more broadly speaking, we involve emotions. So it might be your book, it might be your work, it might be your fitness, professional position. It might be a message to the community. It might be something about your audience. And I've appreciated as well the point that you said something we don't disclose in a testimonial. Gave me a sense that we built something crucially important for coaching, that so-called safe container, that safe space in which we can talk about kind of anything. Because of course, emotions runs whatever we do. So sometimes there might be something very specific, very personal, and the capability to open in that coaching space is what the coaching really want to target. Yeah, creating that safety space where to feel free to talk about kind of everything. Yeah, everything.
Yes.
Chris,
yes.
What would you suggest, if you would suggest to someone that is 50-50 thinking, may I need emotional intelligence coaching? Maybe not, maybe yes, what it does. What would you say to them?
I have a thought since a couple of weeks now. I say to myself, and I want to say loudly to most of people, that we born and maybe we know how to be kids. We know how to cry, to ask for food, but the rest, all of the rest we learn. We learn how to be exposed. We learn how to be an employee. We learn how to be a manager. We learn how to be everything in life. We learn to speak a language. We learn everything we have to learn. And yesterday I was with my doctor, okay, and she told me that self-esteem is the immunity system of mental health, and I agree with her. And I know that specifically in our environment here in Africa, there are many people who think that when you go to see an emotional coach, you are dumb, or you waste your money for nothing, or you are foolish, something like that. And I should agree that it won't be something easy to convince a person who don't believe that it's important for him to involve in an emotional coaching. So that I agree 100%. But if I could convince the person, what could I say? It's not enough to say try. I will try to try to take an example of the person in a specific situation, you see. Because if the person is not inside a specific situation in which you can show him or her that in that moment, if he had an emotional intelligence, he would have managed the situation differently. The person will not accept that he needs an international emotion training or coaching, you see. It's something very difficult. If I just tell you that, hey, I can go and tell to everybody that is important. Most of the time, they know that it's important, but they don't agree, they don't accept, because in our environment, specifically here in Africa, a person who accepts that he needs emotional intelligence coaching accept at the same time that he's weak. And it's not easy for people to accept and to assume that they are weak. And maybe what it would be, if I suggest, I would just say, try and see.
No, I love the point to try, because try, especially listening to what you just said, putting it into context.
Yes.
This is crucially important, yeah, because it might look something just theoretical, but in reality it's practical. So
yes, it's practical.
And with this typology of coaching, then the goal is to manage situations differently. And of course, we need a context. Yes. And try, I feel it as the message just let go of obstacles, just let go of
Yes.
bias, and having a coach, I don't think is for people that are or have problems generally. I think we all have problems. Coaching is for the people that want to sort the problems out.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
necessarily that you feel weak, but maybe you feel good and you want to step up. Like, what's next? How can I do better when I do what I do already? So yeah, good. It was a good suggestion. And
Yes.
Chris, I thank you for your time. I know you are in the office now, so I don't want to take too long. But yeah, I'm very
Okay.
grateful for your testimony.
I'm grateful too for your coaching.
Chris, enjoy the rest of the Friday and the weekend ahead. Again,
Okay.
thanks
Okay.
for your testimonial, and yeah, we're in touch. We're always in touch.
Okay. Okay. We are in touch.
Thank you, Chris. Bye. Goodbye.